All right, today we're talking about the triangle, one of the most important auxiliary percussion instruments and one that has a lot of intricacies to it, despite it just being a metal triangle that you hit with another metal stick. Okay, so this is often abbreviated tri. It is literally a metal triangle, and there's an opening at one of the sides. Here it is. I'm going to pick it up off of this clip. And it's suspended by a string. The reason it's suspended by a string is if we're holding it, if we actually just pick up the triangle and hit it, then the triangle is not allowed to vibrate. Okay, and the reason this is open like this is so that this metal can fully vibrate and release the sound. Okay, so the way we're going to hold this is we're going to have the open end be to our left. We're going to pinch this string. Now we could have it clipped up like this and still do this. So if it's clipped up, then just pick it up by the string. And we want 2 fingers on the string because our other 3 fingers are going to be there to mute. So whenever we want to mute the triangle, we're going to squeeze. So here's a hit, mute, hit, mute. Okay, now if we're looking at the triangle, there's 2 main spots to hit it in. Okay? If the triangle's open to the left, you can go on the bottom and towards the right side. That's going to produce the best sound. And on the outside right is going to produce the other best sound. Outside right, inside bottom right. Okay? Now, other things we can use are we can vary the size of our beater. So this is our triangle beater that we beat the triangle with. This is a thin beater. This is a thicker beater. They're going to produce different sounds. Let's take a listen to that. Versus so slightly different. It's up to your comfort level and what sound you want to produce. Now let's look at the notation. The cool thing about triangle notation is it usually is little triangles. So when the triangles are open, those would be your open note heads, like a whole note or a half note. And if it's closed and filled in, those are going to be your quarters, eighths, sixteenths, etc. So we are starting out with a nice whole note. I'm going to use the thinner one. I like it better. Whole note triangle, and we're just going to hold it out and let it ring. So we're not going to mute it. So we're going to pick it up again with a pinch. We're going to stabilize it right here, but try not to touch it or keep it from rotating. And actually, I'm going to take it off here so you can really see. So I can play it on the stand or off the stand. It's right here. I'm going to do outside right. I like outside right best. And we're going to play a whole note. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. When it's done, we mute. So just bring those other fingers around. I don't usually use my pinky for it. I usually just pinch it like that. Okay? Now, these again are open triangle note heads with a stem, so that would be a half note. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4, mute. And our grip on this is going to be just like our snare grip, and there's even little handles on these. Now, looking at this passage right here, quarter note, and then rest. I'm going to mute it in that rest, but then I have another quarter note, and I have this line marking it, which means to let it ring. They might even write LV, which means let vibrate. Okay, so I'm going to mute this one, but I'm going to let this one ring. So this bottom measure goes 1, mute, 3, and let it ring. Okay, and you want to just let it hang there and vibrate unimpeded when you're letting it ring. Now, last bit, and this is where a triangle gets really fun, is when we're playing fast passages. You're going to have to clip it on. Okay, and I'll raise it up so you can see it. This passage goes 1 and 2 E and a 3, 4. Now I can maybe do it there, but if I have especially repeated stuff, I'm going to take 2 triangle beaters. Preferably they'll be the same size, but for this, since I only have these 2 sizes, we're going to use 2 of them. And you're going to try to keep it really steady and play on the bottom here. So you'll go. So you can play. And then you can grip up and mute. Bring your other hand up. Like that. And that's for your more advanced fast triangle passages. So those are the intricacies of this seemingly simple instrument. It's super important, and it shows up in almost every band piece, I swear. So make sure you learn how to play the triangle.